meeting to order. If everyone could please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. Looking at the agenda, are there any deletions, corrections, or additions?
Yes, under Administrator 1, it should read Agreement with Dynegy Energy, D-Y-N-E-G-Y.
Okay, any others? Seeing none, the agenda will stand. I will also like to make note for the fiscal officer that our zoning superintendent is off this evening. And now take us over to unfinished business. I will turn it over to Lisa.
Thank you. Item number 1 is a resolution to amend previous resolution 24519 as insurance was added to the final payment to Swiss Valley Fence for the amphitheater.
So moved. Second?
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
And that's the end of unfinished.
Thank you. That will take us over to, ooh, I got louder very fast, to the sheriff's report. We have nothing under new business.
For the month of October, there were 882 calls for service, 80 crashes, 16 crashes with injury, 49 alarms, 106 traffic stops, 122 citations, 44 arrests. The Detectives Bureau was assigned 7 cases, closed 2 B&Es, 2 sex offenses, felony theft and burglary.
Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that. That'll take us over to the fiscal officer report.
Fiscal Officer number 1 is a resolution to authorize the payment of pending warrants in the amount of $425,694.71.
So moved. Second?
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer number 2 is a resolution to authorize payment of regular payroll in an amount not to exceed $300,000.
So moved.
Second, discussion, roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer number 3 is a resolution to authorize payment for the following medical claims.
So moved.
Second, discussion, roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer number 4 is a resolution to authorize a refund as follows for overpayment of EMS.
So moved.
Second, discussion, roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer number 5 is a resolution to authorize the following transfer of funds.
So moved. Second?
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer number 6A is a resolution to authorize the benefits of longevity pay reinstated by Resolution 20-534, payable on November 15, 2024, to all non-bargaining unit employees who meet the requirements of the attached schedule.
So moved. Second?
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer number 6B is a resolution to authorize the additional benefits of longevity pay to members of the Plain Township Firefighters Association who meet the requirements of the attached schedule.
So moved. Second?
Discussion, roll call.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer number 6C is a resolution to authorize the additional benefits of longevity pay to members of the Utility Workers Union of America, AFL-CIO Local 561, who meet the requirements of the attached schedules.
So moved. Second?
Discussion, roll call.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer 7A is a request for a liquor license from North Canton Vape Incorporated, located at 2509 Easton Street, Northeast Canton, Ohio 44721.
Any concerns?
There were none.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, go ahead.
Fiscal officer number 7B is a liquor license request for Spochi Restaurants Incorporated, DBA Samantha's Grill at Oakwood, 2644 Easton Street Northeast, Canton, Ohio, 44721.
Okay, any concerns with that?
No,
Say
they
no.
had none. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you, go ahead.
Fiscal officer number 8 is a resolution to authorize Plain Township fiscal officer to request an additional amended certificate of estimated resources from the Stark County auditor for $747,755.06 and to appropriate these funds as follows.
So moved. Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal officer number 9 is a resolution to authorize Plain Township fiscal officer to enter into the attached agreement with the Ohio Auditor of State and independent public accountant firm Charles E. Harris and Associates Incorporated to contract the professional services and satisfy the township's audit requirements for the combined financial statements as of and for the fiscal periods January 1, 2023 through December 31, 2028.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
That concludes the fiscal officer report.
Thank you, Tom. Now I'll take us over to the administrator, Ms. Campbell.
Thank you. Admin number 1 is an emergency resolution authorizing all actions necessary to support the continuation of our government electric aggregation program with opt-out provisions pursuant to section 4928.20 of the Ohio Revised Code, directing the Township Administrator of Plain Township to execute an electric supply agreement with Dynegy Energy Services.
So moved. Second.
Discussion,
Just to clarify, again, the opt-out, because we know calls come in, but should somebody look at the opt-out means they are already in it. If they want out, they need out, correct?
Yes.
I hate to sound rhetorical on it, but it
Yes.
just, so many times we still usually talk about this, it still comes
Yeah.
up, so.
And they will be getting letters, it's just whether people think it's junk mail or not, it'll all be explained to them. I did ask IGS, who goes out and gets our quotes for us, to create a letter for the newsletter, for our webpage, because it is a change of providers. The rate is going up because energy prices keep going up, and it's going to be for 14 months. Hopefully after the 14 months, prices are coming down and we can secure a better rate. And as always, residents can always go look at the apples to apples comparison and look at rates.
thank you. Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Thank you. Item number 2 is a resolution to accept the retirement letter or retirement of Marilyn Carrick, the administrative assistant to the administrator, effective Friday, November 15th, 2024.
So moved. Second.
Discussion,
She wrote a beautiful letter saying it's time to embark on the next chapter of their life, spending more time with her family and helping in their store uptown Cheapskate. Her retirement is on the 15th. Very nice letter saying she's had the privilege of working with exceptional people who will have friendships for many, many years. And I know that I'm extremely grateful for all of the work that she's done, not just for me, but on behalf of the township.
she will be missed. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
And that's the end of the administrator report.
Thank you, Ms. Campbell. Now take us over to the fire department, chief.
Thank you. Item number 1 is our monthly report. And just on that front page, just want to say thanks to Parks and Road and admin for the pumpkin race. You know, we've done that for over 25 years, and we couldn't do it without the other departments helping us, along with other volunteers, obviously. And sold out again this year. Weather was nice, very nice this year. So, and then some other partnerships there, Booth School, Road and Fire. You can see the long line of kids there on the bottom, and then that's our community parade we've done for in Hunters Ridge for probably 30 years. So it's just trying to keep. October is a very busy month between fire prevention, our fire service program for people that passed away, and then all our trick or treat stuff. So So anyway, but, I appreciate the help from other departments on that.
If there are any questions for Chief regarding the monthly report, please see him afterwards. Go ahead.
Right. Item number 2 is a resolution by Plain Township Board of Trustees to authorize payment to ESO for web-based fire and EMS reporting not to exceed $11,313.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Item number 3 is a resolution by Plain Township Board of Trustees to authorize purchase and payment for gasoline, oil, and diesel to McIntosh Oil.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
And item number 4 is a resolution to declare the property at 2957 Harrisburg Northeast as insecure, unsafe, and structurally deficient and unfit for human habitation, per the attached resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
And just the last thing is on our levy, passed, I was like 68 to 32, I think was the exact numbers there. Appreciate the support of the township, trustees, administration, going forward. And, it's, can't say anything, more about it, I'm just happy. I mean, people responded, passed well, and without that, we can't operate on a daily basis. So, just wanted to say thanks to the people of Plain Township and businesses that supported us.
I think it's a testament to what we know we provide, that in an environment, we're always belabored and, tired of taxes, but especially when the market revaluation factors, that could have made that a lot tighter. So the fact that the residents of Plain Township continue to support those type of margins, great service.
Thank you. And that concludes the fire department.
Thank you, Chief. Now take us over to Drew with the road department.
Thank you. Road number 1 is the monthly report.
See you kept busy as usual. If anybody has any questions, please see Drew after. Go ahead.
Road item number 2 is a resolution to authorize services and payment to AEP Ohio for installation of new underground 120/208V electrical service at the road department.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Thank you. Road item number 3 is a resolution to authorize reimbursement and payment of $400 for health club visits.
So moved.
Second, discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Thank you. Road item number 4 is a resolution to enter into an agreement with ODOT for purchase of brine solution for snow and ice operations.
So moved.
Second, discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Thank you. Road item number 5 is a resolution to enter into agreement with American Electric Power for an easement and right-of-way for use of new 3-phase electric service at the road department.
So moved.
Second, discussion,
This is exciting.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Chief can attest, that machine's been sitting there for 2 years come March. We haven't been able to use it. So the 3-phase is gonna let us do some other things too. The lift's gonna need updated here within the next, 3 to 5 years maybe. So it's really gonna help some things out.
So much more efficient when it comes to big electrical usage items.
Right.
And, it's just kind of surprising it hasn't already been back there, really.
Yeah, right.
So it's,
Sure.
yeah, good job with this.
roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Thank you. That concludes road department.
Thank you, Drew. That takes us over to the zoning department. Mrs. Campbell?
Thank you. For first and foremost is the monthly report. And I do appreciate the cover.
That's what I was just thinking, a little later.
Some of that we should just include as a cartoon in the newsletter.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody has questions, please see the zoning department after. Go ahead.
And then item number 2, I have resolutions for abatements A and B.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
And then it's the zoning department report.
Thank you, Ms. Campbell. That takes us over to Rob with the Parks Department.
Thanks. Item number 1 is a monthly report.
If anybody has any questions, please see Rob afterwards.
We just want
Go ahead.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8.
I would,
Well,
Yeah, let me go ahead and do that.
yeah,
That would be
let's
great.
do that.
Parks Department 2 through 8, soccer supervisors and assistants.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. You have 7's concert ticket fees.
I thought I said 7 or 8, not 7. I apologize with the correction.
All right. Sorry about that, I just, for the record.
No, all good.
Just also move on parts 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes? Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Thank you. Item number 7, a resolution to adopt the updated fee structure for the Thursday night concert series.
So moved.
Second? Discussion?
Hold on a minute, I haven't got to it yet. Where's it?
Don't take a little bit of scrolling.
Give me just a split second here. Season pass. Oh, yeah, good, thanks.
Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
That concludes Parks. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. There is nothing under the law director. No communication. This will take us to the portion of the meeting where the public speaks. And we welcome any audience member who wishes to address the board. You may refer to our public speaks format that is located on the back desk. You can approach the podium or stay seated, whichever you prefer. Please provide your name and address to the fiscal officer for inclusion in the minutes. Please note that in accordance with Plain Township's regulations, each speaker is allotted 3 minutes to ensure all viewpoints are heard effectively, fostering fairness and accommodating diverse perspectives within the allotted time frame. Keep in mind that this is not a question and answer format, but an opportunity to speak. The board respects the rights of citizens to present differing opinions, views, and criticisms. Both the board and citizens are expected to respect the comments of others while maintaining the highest levels of decorum. Is there anyone in the audience that would wish to speak? Okay. Seeing none, that'll take us to concerns of trustees. Seeing none for that.
I think we just, on behalf of the board, to the department heads for the work on Veterans Day. Thanks for pulling together, having everything set up.
I agree.
Top notch, like always.
It was a very nice event. Any concerns of the fiscal officer?
No concerns.
Okay, that'll take us to the approval of the minutes for October 8th, and I'll make the motion.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes. And approval of the minutes for October 22nd, I'll make the motion.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes. I will make the motion, be it hereby resolved by the Plain Township Board of Trustees of Stark County, Ohio, to adjourn to executive session at 6:19 p.m. from this regular meeting of the Plain Township Trustees as authorized under Ohio Revised Code 121.22G for the purpose of the consideration of 1B, the employment of a public employee or official, and 1F, the compensation of a public employee or official.
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mrs. Harless?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.